believe it or not, there's been only one man to experience literally every single major world event in history. And we're so lucky he's alive today to tell these stories. Here's his experience in World War II.
The higher-ups gathered the greatest minds in the country at this place called Los Alamos.
Oh,
we were tasked
with
making
Oppenheimer.
a bomb that would end the war. Nuclear fission was the theory, but the path to a weaponized application.
Only LeBron James knew how to
I had my eureka
break the
I was like, what if we could isolate the fissile isotope uranium-235 and concentrate it to a critical mass?
He was the one that actually told Oppenheimer.
Sufficient to induce a chain reaction.
Now it makes sense.
Explosive release of energy could be the key to a nuclear bomb.
Oh, thank goodness, LeBron.
My colleague Robert J. Oppenheimer took all the credit, but that's okay. I'm just glad we got the job done.
These videos are so good. You didn't know, LeBron James is notorious for, well, the nice way to say is stretching the truth. But there are literally countless examples of LeBron James lying for absolutely no reason at all. So hence the birth of these AI memes.
I remember after World War I, everyone was celebrating, dancing in the streets.
But he
people
knew.
Were calling it the war to end all wars. But I couldn't be happy because I knew round 2 was inevitable. I literally told Savannah, the Treaty of Versailles is too harsh. You know, I want to punish the Germans as much as anyone, but this is too far.
Oh, interesting.
He was waiting to explode.
He was pro-German. He himself knew the skinny mustache man. I mean, if he was part of World War I, he probably ran into that Austrian painter on the battlefield. Really fascinating, though, that LeBron thought the punishments for Germany was too harsh. I've actually heard the opposite. Some people say that we should have gone even further to stop them. I thought LeBron James was going to advocate to turn Germany into a modern Holy Roman Empire again.
I was out in Spain, enjoying a nice seafood meal with my good friend Christopher.
The way he
used
drops.
to sail together when we were younger. He was telling me about
he's a first name basis with Christopher Columbus.
Big voyage he was about to go on east to explore some
LeBron told him to go west.
And I was like, bro, if you really want an adventure, go west. He said, but there's nothing out there. It's just
he's the reason we found America.
I smiled at him and whispered, there's a whole new world out there, my friend. We just haven't discovered it yet. He immediately changed his plan.
Thank you, LeBron. Thank you for telling Chris this. So glad you told your boy to sail west. Well, actually, maybe there is some people that are pretty mad with LeBron right now, just considering all the things that happened to America after that.
I said to Adolf, are you sure you want to fight a war on 2 fronts? Now we've already got our hands full with the West. Do we really want to take on a powerhouse like the Soviet Union at the same time? And to be honest, I think that that would stretch our resources too thin.
Why didn't you listen to Adolf? LeBron.
Not to worry and that it'd be over quick. And I was like, I don't know, man. You can't underestimate the resilience of the Soviet people. Plus, the harsh winter means we're on the clock.
Why didn't he listen to his most important German advisor? He knew his country couldn't survive the Soviet winter.
And I said to King Priam, why would the Greeks gift us
the Trojan horse?
Massive wooden horse? I don't know. It just seems mad suspicious.
I don't think we should let it in.
After a moment of thought, I realized and said, maybe they're using it as a way to sneak soldiers inside the city walls.
Of course,
but
the King
Priam loved horses, so he didn't want to listen.
Damn! So many great leaders in history not listening to LeBron. Oh my gosh. LeBron could literally smell those soldiers hiding inside this wooden horse.
And I said to JFK, I've got a real bad feeling about this convertible, man.
We shouldn't drive today.
But he insisted. It just sucks, man. I don't know what to say. But now we've got to come back strong with number 36.
He knew Lee Harvey Oswald was on the grassy knoll. Actually, not the grassy. He knew somebody. Actually, why don't we just ask LeBron who really took out JFK? He'd be able to solve the mystery.
Me and my homie Isaac Newton, that is. We're just chilling outside on a warm
he had the apple,
summer's day out in England. And this apple randomly dropped from a tree.
And he said, yo,
isn't it weird that
the laws
objects always fall towards the earth? Maybe there's this invisible force that pulls objects towards each other.
Of course, Isaac didn't give LeBron no credit.
Ticking.
The injustices that's happened to LeBron. LeBron should have been rewarded. So I'm just glad he's a humble guy. Like, dang, could you imagine if he was upset that he wasn't getting all this credit? Created the nuclear bomb, created the first 3 laws of gravity.
It was a cool summer night on August 31st, 1939. I was just chilling with
goodness,
Savannah,
he's predicting World War II.
I've got a funny feeling Hitler's going to invade Poland tomorrow.
Why do you think he had a funny feeling? He was literally a part of the High German Advisory Council, telling Hitler himself to not invade the Soviets. Of course he knew.
I remember about 400,000 years ago, I was chilling with my hunter-gatherer tribe eating some chewy-ass antelope. I was like, damn, I wish we could cook this shit somehow. A couple days later, while sharpening a spear point with a rock, I noticed a spark
very
fly when
detailed.
the flint scraped against it.
He's very...
Like, oh, shit. Maybe hitting 2 rocks together could create more sparks. Maybe that could ignite some dry leaves. It took
This is
hours,
really detailed. You know he was actually there.
And a tiny ember glowed in my tinder bundle. The whole tribe gathered around in amazement.
Wow. Thank goodness. Fire itself could have not been possible without LeBron James.
I was just chilling with the other brontosaurus, using my long-ass neck to eat some
so before he was a hunter-gatherer, he was a dinosaur.
Looking up, I saw something in the sky. No one knew what it was. And then it dawned on me.
He knew.
I said to the homies, I don't want to alarm anyone, but I think that's a celestial object from the asteroid belt plummeting towards Earth at 27,000 miles per hour. So live today like it's your last, because it probably is.
Wow, thank goodness he told the LeBronosaurus. The only thing is, I don't think I'm going to be able to forgive him. With all his vast knowledges of the entire universe, why didn't he warn the dinosaurs sooner? They could still be alive right now if otherwise.
I was out in Tokyo enjoying a nice sushi dinner with my good friend Satoshi. We were just chopping it up, talking about the economy. I was saying how great it would be to have a completely decentralized currency system that is mathematically coded to be a hedge against inflation. Apparently that talk inspired him to create Bitcoin.
I was wondering where that was going. No wonder LeBron is so rich. He probably has so much Bitcoin.
I was with Moses leading the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt when we ran into some serious trouble.
Was he the one that parted the seas?
Mighty army on one side, the Red Sea on the other. Everyone was bummed out, thinking we were doomed. I smiled, turned to Aaron and said, just watch. Moses is going to part the Red Sea, allowing us to
I wasn't sure if he himself, LeBron, was going to part.
Follow, they'll regret it.
I actually thought for a second he was the one that did it. Knowing LeBron, he's probably just being humble. He doesn't want to take everyone's credit for doing everything right in the universe.
I was out in Jerusalem breaking bread with all the boys.
Oh, he's going to warn them of
Andrew, John, Philip,
he's going to
all the disciples. We were supposed to
be
warning
Jesus.
Celebrating Passover, but for some reason the mood was off. I could see Judas wasn't eating his bread or drinking his wine. At first I thought maybe he's got a gluten intolerance and doesn't drink. But then I remembered him getting wasted and demolishing a tower of flatbreads at Peter's 20th birthday.
Didn't you warn Jesus?
I pulled Jesus to the side. And
you did? Okay, good.
Seems off about Judas. I feel like he's plotting something. And he responded, I had a feeling someone was going to betray me, but I didn't think it would be Judas. Thanks, Bron.
Thanks, Bron. Jesus and Bron they go way back. If Le Prophet didn't warn Jesus about Judas, so what do you think would have happened?
We were just showing Stalin around the facility.
Joseph Stalin.
And I pulled him to the side and said, Joseph, man, I know we don't always see eye to eye, but you got to listen to me on this. I really don't think we should simulate a power failure. The RBMK-1000 reactor is inherently unstable at low power.
He's warning about Chernobyl.
We risk creating a power surge that could cause a massive explosion.
Joseph Stalin has no idea what you're talking about because he was long dead before that became a thing. Chernobyl. Actually, Gorbachev, that's literally me right now.
I remember I was out at a speakeasy with a friend.
Speakeasy, so we're talking 1920s America?
It must have been the 27th or 28th of October, 1929.
Oh, the black market crash, or the
joking about how
Black
great
Tuesday.
It was to be living in a time of economic prosperity.
But I just knew,
bro, wipe that smile off your face. The stock market's been showing signs of weakness for a while now. I've got a feeling we're about to experience the worst economic depression of all time.
The way he just casually says that like it's nothing. LeBron has worked with so many great leaders. I shouldn't say great. Just so many powerful leaders in the past. Crazy that every world leader isn't asking LeBron for advice. Why didn't he warn who was president at that time? Hoover? Yeah, he just needed to warn his boy Hoover.
This was like a day after the crucifixion. All of the disciples were bummed out. John was in shock. He saw that shit with his own eyes. Peter was feeling mad guilty. Andrew wasn't eating or sleeping.
You knew about Judas,
was
though.
a broken man. Morale was low.
Oh, so but he told him 3 days.
And said, I know it may seem like
chill
the end
3
of the
more
world,
days.
But I've got a feeling we're going to be seeing that boy again very soon. And Thomas was like, but he's dead. And I was like, for now, he's going to rise from the dead. Just watch.
Just give it 3 more days. That's all. That's all I need. 3 more days.
Me and my boy Julius.
Julius
Caesar, that is. We're just chilling at the Colosseum watching a gladiator get ripped apart by a lion.
Nice.
And
that's fun.
I looked over and saw Brutus and Cassius chopping it up, but something was off about their energy. I turned to Julius and said, "Bro, are you sure those two can be trusted? I've got a feeling they're conspiring against you."
You're going to get stabbed like 64 times tomorrow, Caesar. I hope LeBron did at least tell him that he's going to have a salad named after him. Like, that would make me a lot happier about getting assassinated.
You know, a lot of people ask how the fall of Constantinople affects my legacy. And it's a good question. You guys are always comparing eras, and I think everyone would have loved to see me play against that 1453 Istanbul's team, but
Istanbul's
I never got that opportunity because
that's hilarious.
The Ottoman Empire's siege was too powerful. But you already know I would have claimed the city as LeBron's Constantinople.
Wow. This is now just reminding me that this is not the first time LeBron has had like crossover with like history memes. LeBron James reportedly forgetting to garrison the French coastline. So he did warn Adolf that he shouldn't open up a two-front war. Wait, there was literally just a video about him starting the D-Day. Well, he forgot to reinforce the German side too. Anyways, he's been around for a minute, even with history.
It was a real cold night. You know, I was on the deck looking out at the ocean.
What's this gonna?
I remember having this weird feeling. I turned to my boy and was like, "Those icebergs are no joke. I've got a feeling we're not going to make it to New York."
Why did you not tell the captain?
Luckily, I'm used to cold tubs, so the water didn't faze me.
I love that they don't even tell you what they're talking about. There's no mention of the Titanic. You just have to know. Well, Le Titanic, I guess, kind of gives it away. But I like when he's not super forward with exactly what he's talking about.
I was just having breakfast with Bronny. And I said to him, "I've got a feeling the tectonic plates are going to shift today. Something just doesn't feel right."
What? What earthquake is he talking about? All of them? This was back when LeBron was living during the Pangea era, trying to tell everyone, hey, the continents are going to move away from each other. We got to be prepared.
I was lucky enough to have ringside seats to David versus Goliath.
Oh, nice.
Literally everyone was saying, did he put easy win for Goliath. He's too big.
Bets on it?
But I was like, I don't know. David can shoot the shit out of that slingshot. I think he can pull off the upset.
Oh, man. This is probably how LeBron like accumulated half his wealth. He probably went to Vegas and put so much money down on David.
I was out in India with my boy Gandhi.
Oh, nice.
Eating
Gandhi.
some good food.
Did he tell him how to get
he was like,
independence from the
change
British?
you want to see in this world. And I was like, oh yeah, that's my favorite saying. That's my favorite saying.
What? I wanted them to continue with this one. Wait, Gandhi eating? Didn't he famously not do that? I was wondering if that's where we were going to go with this. This is fake and not funny.
And I literally said to Noah, I've got a feeling a real big flood is coming.
Get the animals.
And then I had this idea
build
to
an
build a massive ark.
Thank goodness, LeBron. Thank you for that. Woo! Can't imagine if you didn't tell Noah that.
And before the season even started, I said to my homie, keep an eye on that rookie Lightning McQueen. I really think
believed in
got the pace
Lightning
to win
McQueen
Cup.
when nobody else did. He knew the Piston Cup was definitely locked. Dang, thank goodness I didn't watch Cars with LeBron around. It would have ruined the whole movie.
I was chilling in a nice tavern in Bethlehem, and I saw some commotion outside. Young woman was giving birth in a stable.
Oh, he saw Jesus give birth.
No joke. I took one look at that baby and said, he's going to do something special.
Doesn't have to give any details. He just knew that baby was going to be special. Dang it. The fact that he stayed around for Jesus' life for so long, too, that's crazy. To the point where he knew when he was going to come back.
It was a warm summer's day in the Shire, and I saw Gandalf coming through. He was a friend of mine, so I said hi. And
why did LeBron take the ring?
He said he was looking for a courageous hobbit to go to Mount Doom, destroy the ring.
Why wasn't he part of that?
Middle Earth.
At least the Fellowship.
And I told him Frodo Baggins is the man for the job. He makes the winning plays that don't always show up on the stat sheet, but he's going to go out there and give everything.
Dang. Well, that's good. Glad LeBron recruited Frodo. I don't know where Middle Earth would be without him.
I was having lunch with some of the other gladiators, and I told my boy, I said, I've got a funny feeling Mount Vesuvius is going to erupt tomorrow.
Oh, he needs to keep going. It doesn't need to, they cut him too short sometimes. I wish he went in depth on how only he was able to escape the blast and the eruption, how he was smarter than everybody else, because, I mean, obviously he escaped. Well, thank you for this archived knowledge. I feel like historians can really learn a lot here from LeBron. First-hand information on all these events. It's crazy. To my patrons this month, thank you. Lucas, the Canadian Goose from Avoca. ZaneyBoi, Sarsath. I cannot sleep without Amateur Archaeology. aPhatNarwhal. DaBeautiful-MEGAN-Underwood. Fredrik Tibblin, KansasWasMentioned. KingBearHaze. Prentice. LuxembourgLover.
Sebby, if you hear this, I love you.
Tambre 760.